Hello and welcome to my latest weekly video news from Madison's. Well, a really interesting piece of research came out last week about the most valuable areas in terms of the amount of value of property that they have sold. And interestingly, the biggest hotspot area was north of the border in Scotland, in Edinburgh. So in total, over the last 12 months, just under £250 billion worth of property has sold. That's a big figure, isn't it? But a 25% drop on what was seen last year. It constitutes 869,560 homes sold. And yet Edinburgh is the most valuable. They managed to rack up a whopping £3.7 billion worth of sales, which was just over 11,000 property sales in total. The next two most expensive areas in terms of, sorry, not expensive, but highest value areas in terms of property sold were Buckinghamshire and Wandsworth. And interestingly, the least valuable area, we've seen a big boom there recently in terms of percentage price growth, but in terms of still overall value, it remains really quite a cheap area to buy in. So Wales, Merthyr Tydfil had 109.5 million, and I don't know if I'm going to say this right, I apologise in advance, Blaenau, Gwent, 122 million pounds worth of sales. So showing you that those areas in Wales still represent really, really good value. And Edinburgh, of course, is a lovely city. What's not to love about being there? But while I was delving into Wales, I came across two really interesting stories that caught my attention. So the first one, there's a double-fronted beach hut going on the market for £250,000. It's based in Abersoch. That's probably pronounced wrongly as well. I do apologise. And if it's sold at that £250,000, it will be just over £50,000 more than the average house sale in Wales, which sits at about 197,000. You can't stay there overnight. The highest sale to date has been at 200,000. So I think that's an example of how sometimes, gosh, location, property market can go a bit bonkers, can't it? And what about this other story I read, a heartwarming tale about a chap who undersold the value of his property. So it was worth about 350,000, but he sold it for 240,000 to his existing tenants because he just didn't want it to go to a second homeowner. This lovely chap, Tony Carden, you can see the cottage here, a 62-year-old retired psychiatric nurse who now lives in Spain. It's got this lovely property with extensive grounds, woodland and stream, and just said that, yeah, sometimes there's more important things in life than realising the highest penny, and wanted to look after his community and his lodgers. So heartwarming sale there for a property sale in Wales. Well, I've taken some lovely properties to market this week. What about this gorgeous house, Claremont Road, so Claremont School catchment. It's beautifully presented, one of the nicest kitchens I've ever seen, lovely vaulted room, flooded with light, leading onto a gorgeous garden. Really, really lovely. Off-road parking, highly valuable in that area, 4 bedrooms. That's on at a guide of 1.25 million. And this other one we've launched over in Cleveland, which is the St James area. So another great property for great schooling. That's St James catchment, and that's on at a guide of 450,000. Beautifully presented, 3 bedrooms, a nice sort of end of terrace property there. So 2 very different spectrum properties, both with great school catchments. If either of those of interest, do give us a call. I hope you have a great week. I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.